Hello agents, last Saturday I made a how to make a DPS build video, and this is the last video in that mini-series. I said I would show you 3 DPS builds that I use on the Division 2 that suit my style of play, and this is the third and final one to show you. If you've watched all 3 builds, then you'll see how similar they are and how many different sorts of DPS builds you can make with just a few tweaks. And with this build, I use it for invaded missions as it tears through tanks, dogs and Johnny 5s, which you'll see in the gameplay. This is a recently put together build, and I just want to give a shout out to Nova from my bot patrol who DM'd me his invaded build which made me put this together, so thank you Nova. Please do hit like on the video if you enjoy it, and if this series of videos gets enough likes and attention, I'll be moving on to how to make a tank build video in the future while sharing a couple of tank builds that I like to use as well. Also hit subscribe if you're new around here and want to see more Division content from me. Before we get onto the build, I'm just going to let this gameplay roll. If at any point you want to skip to the build, just click on the build timestamp down below.
Let's see how they like this.
Open! Get in there!
Vital signs critical. Incoming backup request.
Got the range!
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Making good progress.
Get here! I'm going out! Going for a reload!
Down, Agent.
He's out right here. Shoot him, damn it! Take it!
Area secure. Good work.
So as you saw, my primary weapon on this build is the Ravenous. This is what makes it shred because of the Jerry and Frecky talent. On trigger pull, it'll fire both barrels at once, and when fired from the right shoulder, hits will add offensive primers, and it'll add defensive primers when fired from the left shoulder. Hits from one shoulder will detonate all of the opposite shoulder's primers when present. When detonated, each offensive primer deals 100% weapon damage, while defensive primers grant 4% bonus armor, and amplifies armor plate damage by 10% for 5 seconds. Primer effectiveness is doubled at 10 stacks. This is a super OP rifle that can only be got through the Iron Horse raid. If you need help with this, be sure to join our community that is linked down in the description. The secondary I have is the Baker's Dozen, but you do not want this. I just haven't switched it out yet and only use the Ravenous on the build. But what you want is an AR or something that you like for any enemies that sneak up on you. The sidearm has no value on the build and is the Mozambique special, and again I keep meaning to put on the name card here for the skill tier bonus that it gives you. Moving on to the gear, and this only has one change from the glass cannon build that I shared with you on Monday. Starting with my Walker Harris & Co mask, which is godly. I have max weapon damage, max crit damage and max crit chance with a crit damage mod on it. The set bonus for this piece is 5% weapon damage. My chest piece is the Providence Perfect Sacrifice, which gives me perfect glass cannon. It has max weapon damage and crit damage with a crit damage mod, and if I could I would have crit chance instead of the hazard protection rolled. Perfect glass cannon gives me 30% damage at a cost of an extra 60% incoming damage, but I love it. My holster is a Grupo Sombra holster with max weapon damage and max crit damage with 3.9% crit chance. I get 15% crit damage as well for the Grupo set bonus. And my backpack is the Providence Perfect Vigilance backpack, which has been in all 3 videos this week. As I said in the others, a normal Providence piece is fine with Vigilance and only alters the time that you lose the buff by 1 second. This backpack has max weapon damage and crit damage on it with 3.9% crit chance. My gloves are some nerd to godly Providence gloves with max weapon damage, max crit chance and 11.9 crit damage. This also completes a 3-piece set bonus for Providence, so I'm getting 15% headshot damage, 10% crit chance and 15% crit damage as well. And as always, my knee pads are the best in Slot Fox's Prayer. They come with 8% damage to target out of cover, 14.1% weapon damage and max crit damage on them. There are no surprises with my skills as I go with my usual decoy, which is used as a distraction, and then my revive hive to get me up when I go down. I use the demolitionist specialization for the extra 5% damage to target out of cover and the explosive resistance every 60 seconds. And the stats look like this. I'm getting 44.1% crit chance from my Ravenous, which I do want to be a bit higher, but my crit damage is 203.1%. This gun really does wreck on the invaded missions as you saw in the gameplay, and I'll be testing it out on the legendary missions soon too. It may be my new go-to build for legendary missions, and if I make any tweaks to it I will share them with you. But this is now the end of the video and mini-series, so do hit that like button if you enjoyed it, and if the series gets enough attention I will make sure to make that how to make a tank build series to see how that one goes as well. Don't forget to also subscribe for more content from me too, and thank you all so much for watching. Until tomorrow's video, peace out.